This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, and verse 9. It reads, "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." Shalom Akim. Kol halayim la ala hayanawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem V'char Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akawath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right, this is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming back with another lesson, man. Lord willing to be edifying to the Lord's elect. You know what I'm saying? The name of this lesson is pretty much going to be a day of doom and gloom. All right, a day of doom and gloom. And this is talking about the time of trouble, the time of wrath, the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? Turmoils, uproars, chaos. All right? And we're reaching the point. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to get here very soon. All right? It's going to get here very, very, very soon. It's right on our doorstep. All right, we're already in Jacob's trouble. It's already begun. You know what I'm saying? When you factor what's going on with the northern tribes, okay, and how it's inching towards the southern tribe, the southern kingdom, you know, this thing is about to explode. You know what I'm saying? And some major events coming. All right, a major event is coming, and the prophets have warned you of this. Okay, as we were commanded to do, we warned you. Okay, and as I said before, all right, you're gonna know those who are teaching you properly and who are leading you the correct way. All right, by the fruit that they are bearing. You know what I'm saying? If they're telling you that everything's all right, you know what I'm saying? Things ain't gonna go crazy. We're not gonna be subjected to Jacob's trouble and all that stuff, man. All right. Those who are telling you that, you see what I'm saying? If you're listening to them, all I can say is just, you're gonna go down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna be protected. All right. These jokers that have been playing around with the doctrine, playing with the names. Okay, they have not given you the true name of the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son. They have not instilled within you the spirit of sobriety. You know what I'm saying, and remaining stern and aware and circumspect. Then they've not taught you these principles. They've not taught you these spiritual mindset that you need to be in these last days. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord clearly makes a distinction between the two, a prophet and a false prophet. This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." Okay? The prophets that were long before you and I, all right, we're prophesying of these terrible times that were coming. All right. Times that, terrible times that have already passed and of terrible times that are coming in the distant future. And here we are at the cusp of those horrible times in that distant future that many of the prophets have been speaking of. Okay. Of war, evil, and pestilence. And all of these things are right now. Wars, We're in the midst of a major war that's going to escalate into the conclusion of the third woe, which is the Third World War. We're in the midst of evils, okay, where people are losing their jobs, people are losing their homes, their livelihoods. You know what I'm saying? Evils means bad time. Evil, all right. Eve meaning time, and ill meaning bad. Okay, so bad times are upon us. Like I said, people are losing their livelihoods, people are losing their jobs. All right, people are incapable of seeing. All right, a hopeful future. You know what I'm saying? They're incapable of seeing, what's the word? You know, an optimistic outlook on the future, right? As the scriptures say that they're the windows be darkened. Those that look out the windows be darkened, man. There's no hope for the future. You see what I'm saying? But there is hope for the elect of the nation of Israel. And we stay rooted and grounded within this hope. Okay? And as the scriptures say, through comfort of the scriptures, we might find hope. You see? So that's what the prophets would be teaching you. Or prophets would be warning you of these things, man. Wars, evils, and pestilence. And a pestilence is coming, man. A pestilence far worse than the event that took place in 2020. All right, the year 2019, 2020, you know what I'm saying? A pestilence far worse is coming. You see what I'm saying? And these were what the prophets were sent to warn you of. However, you have the other prophets, all right, who are not prophets, but they try to come in the whole vernacular of being a prophet. Okay. This is verse 9. It says, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. So if you got these jokers like, let's say IUIC, let's say Big Judah, you know what I'm saying, Big Levi, you got ISUPK, all right, all these jokers, they push far off the day of destruction, man. You see what I'm saying? Look at Genesis. Genesis just held their Passover, and it was nothing but folly, man. All right, instead of lamb, you got chicken. Instead of bitter herbs, you got mashed potatoes. You see what I'm saying? So again, the prophet that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms, and against great kingdoms of war and evil and pestilence. The prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him. Okay. So I got a couple of videos that I want to share with you, man. All right, because it's about to get terrible out here. Okay. And let's see. Right. So before I share these videos, I want to declare the Copyright Act of 1976. All right. Fair use. I'm not using this content to make any money. All right. I am not monetized. This is strictly for educational purposes only. All right. So check this out.
Okay, Operation Underground Storage has begun. Operation Underground Storage has begun. All the vehicles are moving in. We got the families moving into place. This is the mine where we're going to be held up for months. We're preparing, man. I told you, we had to get ready for what was coming. So we've got our families and stuff. Food storage is good up. We're packed up pretty tight in here, but it's going to be good to go, man. And I mean, better safe than sorry. So we're getting loaded up. Everybody's moving in. We have different families in different sections. Right on. You got to be prepared. We've reinforced this just in case of any blast up above. But we are literally under a mountain here. You got to be ready for what's to come, people. And we are. Right on. Like I said, we're packed in there a little bit tight. We're going to make this work. About 400 families down here. All right, here we go. Wish us luck. If you can, take cover while there's still time. Okay, Operation Underground Storm.
I'm telling you right now, man. All right, I'm telling you right now. All of this is going on right here. All right, you got these jokers that's packing in. All right, they're all moving into this mountain. Okay. Trust and believe. This mountain is going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath within this mountain. It's going to be, all right. This mountain is going to be their tomb. You understand? This mountain is going to be their tomb. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. All right, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 56. It reads, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord Yahweh, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall by the sword. Thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst for water. You see? This is going to be their end. All right? It says, let's go to verse 15. 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. These jokers think he said there's about 400 families in that mountain. About 400 families. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Let's see if we can get this in the G&T. All right. Slock it, bear with me. All right. So this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 15 in the G&T. All right. It reads, the war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. All right, there will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. All right, and we're seeing that taking place right now. See what I'm saying? It says there will no longer be free access to the cities. It's talking about martial law. All right. Verse 18, because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion wherever people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. See? Let's listen to this again.
Okay, Operation Underground Storage has begun. All the vehicles are moving in. We got the families moving into place. This is the mine where we're going to be held up for months. We're preparing, man. I told you, we had to get ready for what was coming. So we've got our families and stuff. Food storage is good up. We're packed up pretty tight in here, but it's going to be good to go, man. And I mean, better safe than sorry. So we're getting loaded up. Everybody's moving in. We have different families in different sections. Right on. You got to be prepared. We've reinforced this just in case of any blast up above. But we are literally under a mountain here. You got to be ready for what's to come, people. And we are. Right on. Like I said, we're packed in there a little bit tight. We're going to make this work. About 400 families down here.
About 400 families down there. Okay? And he says they're going to be held up in there for months. Months. You see what I'm saying? This is a recipe for disaster right in that in that whole living space. All right? And it's going to happen, man. All right, it is going to happen. Verse 56 in the GNT. I will pay you back, says the Lord. For what you have done to my chosen people, I will bring disaster on you. You will be put to death, and your children will starve. Your cities will be torn down, and the people out of the country will be killed. Those in the mountains will starve. Their hunger and their thirst will drive them to eat their own flesh and drink their own blood. You're going to see cannibalism in this mountain. You see what I'm saying? You are going to see cannibalism in this mountain, man. Promise you. This is what's coming. You see what I'm saying? Those in the mountains will starve. Their hunger and thirst will drive them to eat their own flesh and drink their own blood. You will be more miserable than anyone has ever been. You will be more miserable than anyone has ever been. But there will be still more punishment to come. You see? There's going to be more punishments to come. These jokers are going to be like the night walkers inside this mountain. You see what I'm saying? A lot can happen in 24 hours, and a lot more can happen in 72. All right, it's not going to take long for people to become feral. It won't take long before people begin to lose their sanity. All right, they're talking about months. You see what I'm saying? Let there be a power outage. All right. Let one trailer run out of food. You see what I'm saying? Because they were ill-equipped. Or let's say some of their food spoiled. All right. You don't understand the power of the Lord, man. He can cause this food to spoil inside the cans. All this canned foods, these canned foods can go completely moldy. All right. The Lord has control over all things. He can make that food spoil within them cans. He can make those meal ready, meal readies, or I forget what they are, but it's pretty much the food inside those packages. All right, like you can have a whole steak meal inside of a package. You know what I'm saying? Just eat it from that thing, man. I forget what the acronym is, but let me see if I can get that. Is it Slocky? Pre-made meals, was it? Yeah, so what is it? Meals ready to eat, MREs. I think that's what they call them. But yeah, pretty much, you know what I'm saying. This is this is what they're leaning on. You know what I'm saying, and you best believe, all right, the people in that cave, in that whole mountain, best believe that people are armed. You see what I'm saying? People have guns. People have. It's gonna be a bloodbath in that mountain, man. You know what I'm saying? But what are they running from? All right, what are they running from? Let's go to Ezekiel. You see what I'm saying? They're running from the very thing that these false prophets refuse to warn you about. All right? Ezekiel chapter 5. All right? Ezekiel chapter 5 and verse 16. Let's get verse. Let's get 12 and then jump to 16. All right, so Ezekiel chapter 5 and verse 12, it says, "A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee. And I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them." Jumping to verse 16. "When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, the Lord Yahweh, have spoken it." You know what I'm saying? From what I can see in this video, all right, there appears to be only one exit. All right? That's what it appears to be. So what happens if the Lord sends a group of mountain lions? What if he sends bears? You see what I'm saying? What if he just sends all types of locusts and bugs? All right? The Lord said that he will smite Egypt again with plagues as before. You see? But this is what they're running from, man. And out in the cities, it's going to be just as chaotic. Just as chaotic, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a glimpse of just how crazy it's going to get. Bear with me.
Hello?
Hi there, can you open this door, please?
For what?
I just want to make sure that everything's okay. There seems to be something going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I just figured I'd check on something.
I don't know what you want, man. Get out of my house.
Open this fucking door! Where's your daughter, man? Where's your daughter,
What are
man?
you talking about?
Where's your daughter? Who's in there with you?
Bro, if you don't
Open this
leave...
fucking door. Open this door, I'm breaking it fucking down. You understand me?
Leave my house. You don't...
Are you okay? Is everyone
We
in
are
this house
okay.
okay?
What? Everyone's okay. What do you want?
Look at the demons on him.
Can you leave my house, please?
Can you open the door, please?
You have nothing to do with my house. Can you leave my house?
You know what my name is?
I don't know who you are. You don't belong to this neighborhood. That's for sure.
This is my neighborhood, though.
Yeah, I live there. I don't know you.
My name is Harry Dresden, motherfucker. Open the door. This is my neighborhood. Open the fucking door. No, or I will fucking end you. Do you understand me?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. It reads, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. See what I'm saying? The Lord is about to unleash these angels on the left hand side to jump on people, man. You see what I'm saying? You look at this man's face. All right, look at his eyes, man. Look at him. Look at this joker. Look at the demons. You see what I'm saying? The Lord has him completely clad and overwhelmed by these demons, man. And what was he looking for? He was looking for this man's daughter. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is about to unleash them all upon the people. All right? You women are going to be in some serious trouble. Some serious trouble. If that man, all right, if that man was not present, able to see what's going on in that camera, all right, if that little girl hadn't made it into the house, you see what I'm saying? Now there's an update. The officers, and I saw the footage, the officers apprehended him, and he's in custody. All right. But the question is, what happens when there's no police? What happens when there's no more police? Because it's coming. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? What happens then? What happens when there's no one to protect you? You see? This is what the prophets have been warning you women about. And you have called us, misogynist. You've called us, you said we hate women. You said that, you said all kinds of things. All right? But very soon, you're not going to hear the prophets anymore. The Lord's just going to leave you to men like this. The Lord's going to leave you to these spirits to come and do what they will. This is 2 Esdras chapter 16 and verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? The men are going to be destroyed. It says, and their husbands shall perish of famine, because a man would rather die of starvation, you know what I'm saying, than to let his family, be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it can go either way. It can go either way. You see? There's going to be a lot of men that won't be that honorable, if you want to call it that. You see? And we're about to see a lot of madness, all right, engulf this place for its pride, for its wickedness. See what I'm saying? Lord is going to plague this place. All right? And the spiritual, right after the Passover, while all these false prophets, okay, are holding their Passovers on the wrong days, while all these false prophets out here, okay, if they are keeping it on the right day, they're keeping it incorrectly. All right, they're keeping it in their folly. They're having concerts. They're having dinner parties and this and you know what I'm saying. All right, no somber spirit. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. You see what I'm saying? So what happens if it's not just one man? What happens if it's 5 men, 10 men? You see what I'm saying? What happens then? All right? It's going to be a lot more than your doorbell being ripped off the frame. It's going to be a lot more than kicking and banging at the door. You see? This is what your so-called leaders are not warning you of. Isaiah chapter 56. Isaiah 56 and verse 10. It reads, His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter. See what I'm saying? When you look at Deacon Hakar, Brother Hassab, when you look at former high priest Chief Alazar, you know what I'm saying? Which he done left the flock entirely. Okay, he done left the flock entirely, and what's left over, they're just completely swindling the flock. You know what I'm saying? For filthy lucre's sake. But understand something: the prophets, the true men of the Lord have given you the warning. The warning is gone out, and there's nothing left to talk about, man. Judgment is coming. When they cut the power, just know that it's over, man. When you see the martial law troops, when you see the concentration camps, you know what I'm saying, which we are seeing them, you know what I'm saying, but they're giving you the idea that this is only for immigrants and this and that. All right. No, it's not. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. You see what I'm saying? It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7. And verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, everyone for his iniquity. So all them devils that's holed up in that mountain, all right, they ain't gonna make it. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, that mountain's gonna be their tomb. And those that are in the cities, your ass gonna be tore up. From the flow up, as they used to say. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who is not of the elect of the nation of Israel, you're going to perish. You're going to perish here. Verse 17, all hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. Verse 24, it says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet. But the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. You see what I'm saying? That time is fast approaching, and you're going to witness, all right, you're going to witness how chaotic and how evil people can be, man. Like the scriptures say, because the iniquity. Let's get that in Matthew chapter 24. Matthew 24 and 3, it says, And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Take heed that no man deceive you. You see what I'm saying? All these jokes, all these cats, man. All right? Bishop Nathaniel, General Yohana, Captain Tazariak, Elder Rakah from GOCC, Vatazar Sharon from BOW, Brother Naquam from WFI. All these false prophets who have refused, refused to give you the warning of this MOTB, of this mark, who have refused to give you the warning of Jacob's trouble and how terrible it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? Who refused to give you the correct names, the name of Yahweh and his son Yahushai, all right? To those who have refused to teach the correct doctrine, talking about all the heathen can be saved and this and that and yada, 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 so they can line their pockets. You see what I'm saying? All you false prophets going to get it. All you going to get it, man. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So I'm going to cut that there, man. A day of doom and gloom approaches. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakha, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, shalom. Real quick, man. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakha, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. All right, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I wanted to grab this in my lesson that I just finished, and it actually crossed my mind. You know what I'm saying? To touch on this subject, man. But just to continue on in what I just mentioned in my last lesson. All right, that the love of many is going to wax cold, man. You know what I'm saying? The love of many is going to wax cold, and it's waxing cold right now. How much more when all hell breaks loose? You see what I'm saying? These things are being done in the green tree, man. How much more when the dry when it's the dry tree, man? You know what I'm saying? How much more? You see what I'm saying? The day of doom and gloom is approaching, and it's going to get all hot and heavy out here, man. The mother of the missing 2-year-old girl, Genesis Reed, was arrested and charged with capital murder. Investigators believe Genesis was killed on Christmas Day, and her body was placed in a dumpster. The mother didn't report her daughter missing until February, claiming she woke up with her daughter gone and the front door wide open. Right?
He can go to jail. He live in Florida. Oh, he mad. He must control him she did. That's the brother right there laughing, doing this stupid shit. That's for brother. That's right. That's the biological daddy right there. That's the little girl's daddy. He done drove 3 hours to get here. And they ain't did shit. He said that bullshit, man.
These her loved ones out here. Like, ain't no way, goddamn, nobody can tell me they ain't seen my child the other day.
Oh, I know that right. Oh, say that shit. Say that shit. She had to jailhouse talking about something. Break down. People to break down. Girl, I'm trying.
To break down.
Oh, people to break down. They need to get him. But see, they can't arrest him because he emotion right now. Mm-hmm. He letting out his feelings. He know his baby daddy.
Yeah, man. So, you know, like I said, if they're doing this thing in the green tree, let me see if I can get this real quick. All right, it's not gonna be long. It's gonna be real quick, man. All right, this is Luke. All right, Luke chapter 23 and verse 31. It reads, "For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry?" You know what I'm saying? What shall be done in the dry, man? What's going to happen when all hell breaks loose? Because shit ain't hit the fan yet. Shit ain't hit the fan yet, man. And these jokers are these all right, these Jakes, you know what I'm saying? These 2/3 Jakes, you know what I'm saying? You got these heathen, all right? People are losing it. People are losing it, and shit ain't even happened yet. Shit ain't even go down yet, man. You see? So how much more when everything comes into play? All right? How much more then? You see? You're gonna get these Jakes who's gonna do the most. All right, who's gonna be the most devilish out here, you know? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 57. It says in verse 56, Laki. Deuteronomy 28, verse 56. "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward her husband, towards the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter." You see what I'm saying? "And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in thy gates." You know what I'm saying? It's going to get terrible out here, man. Terrible. All right? Terrible. Let me get this in Ezekiel. Ezekiel 7. Slocky. Ezekiel 7. All right, Ezekiel 7 and verse 4. Verse 4. Verse 3. Ezekiel 7 and 3, it says, "Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And mine eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity. But I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abominations shall be in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith Yahweh with power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Kohala Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, for my throne in his true thunder. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.